So, this is this is your Friday evening. I love you. Must be what old people do on Friday nights. I used to dance on Friday nights. I just like to dance. I'm still like to dance. Nobody to do it with. Alright. So, I'm going to do a little bit more scripture reading here. In this case, it's the Bible. And then it says, at the end of Revelation, in chapter, I think it's chapter 20, at the end of the final judgment, it says, then death and the world of the dead were thrown into the lake of fire. So that means death itself is going to perish. This lake of fire is the second death. So that would be like squirming. Can you say this? Like the way Obama and Bush and Cheney and Halliburton engineering people are now, trying to plug all the leaks in the world they can, and their own people not helping them. Understand? This is a lake of fire. This is very embarrassing for them. Understand? They're running around terrified, scared, and pissing their pants, hoping to fuck I'm a delusion. Alright, and then it goes on to say in chapter 21, the new heaven and the new earth. Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth. The first heaven and the first earth disappeared, and the sea had vanished. And I saw the holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared and ready like a bride dressed to meet her husband. I heard a loud voice speaking from the throne. Now God's home is with people. He will live with them, and they shall be his people. God himself will be with them, and he will be their God. He will wipe away all the tears from their eyes. There will be no more death, no more grief or crying or pain. The old things have disappeared. And then he further goes on to say, then the one who sits on the throne said, and now I make all things new. He also said to me, write this, because these words are true and can be trusted. And he said, it is done. I am the first and the last, the beginning and the end. To anyone who is thirsty, I will give the right to drink from the spring of the water of life without paying for it. Those who win the victory will receive this from me. I will be their God, and they will be my children. The cowards, traitors, perverts, and murderers, the immoral, those who practice magic, those who worship idols, and all liars, the place for them is a lake burning with fire and sulfur, which is the second death. In other words, 1,000-year embarrassment. So goes on to say, the New Jerusalem, one of the 7 angels who had the 7 bowls full of the 7 last plagues came to me and said, come, I will show you the bride, the wife of the Lamb. The Spirit took control of me, and the angel carried me to the top of a very high mountain. He showed me Jerusalem, the holy city, coming down out of heaven from God and shining with the glory of God. The city shone like a precious stone, like a jasper, clear as crystal. It had great high walls with 12 gates and 12 angels in charge of the gates. On the gates were written the names of the 12 tribes of the people of Israel. There are 3 gates on each side, 3 on the east, 3 on the south, 3 on the north, and 3 on the west. So it describes a palace, a mystical palace that was built here out of foundation stone, foundations of precious stone. So, kind of the last bit of Revelation I'm going to read here is, I, Jesus, have sent my angel to announce these things to you in the churches. I am descended from the family of David. I am the bright morning star. The Spirit and the bride say, come. Everyone who hears this must also say, come. Come, whoever is thirsty, accept the water of life as a gift. Whoever wants it. Might be useful to have a little truth worship going on in myself. I theorize. Or this stuff will be unavailable to you. You'll wind up getting used to the idea of dancing with worms. That's pretty sad, right? Not sure. Worship the truth. It might be good for you. It couldn't be any worse than what you already got right now. Wish it is.